Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video I'm going to be sharing with you POTS or Postural Orthostatic Tachycardia symptoms. So if you were new here, I am Jamie and I have POTS or Postural Orthostatic Tachycardia syndrome. So I live with this on a daily basis, so I'm pretty much an expert on the symptoms because I think I have pretty much almost all of them. When I was going through and looking at stuff, I'm thinking, yeah, I have that, I have that, and I have that, and I have that. So yeah. So, but before we get started, if you have not done so already, hit the red subscribe button down below and make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you want more chronic illness content. And without further ado, let's just jump right in. Sorry. This is Rowdy. He had to join. I don't know if he'll help film or not, but for right now he's in here. So, if you are new here, I have a chronic illness called Postural Orthostatic Tachycardia syndrome. Basically, postural is your position, like for me and for most people with POTS. That's basically that's what it is. Orthostatic is basically your body being in an upright position, so standing. And tachycardia is a high heart rate. And syndrome just means a group of symptoms. So that's what POTS is, kind of in a nutshell. It is a form of dysautonomia, which is just a fancy word for saying an illness that affects your autonomic nervous system. So, yes. So basically POTS affects your entire body from head to toe with a number of symptoms, and I'm just going to kind of list off mine. Not everybody has all of these. Some people have varying forms of POTS. Like for some people it's not that bad, for some people it's like right in the middle where I'm at, and for other people it's really bad. So I'm just going to start with symptoms so I don't end up rambling all day, because I'm pretty sure I'm already rambling because that's what I do. So number one is brain fog, and lately this has been my worst symptom. And this is also why I ramble, because I forget what I want to talk about, and even if I have something in front of me to tell me what I want to talk about, I still forget. Or I forget words, or I forget what I was doing, or yeah, pretty much anything. And the cat is moving my chair that I'm using as a tripod. And there will be cats in and out of this entire video, I'm telling you right now. Okay, this one's Nugget. He won't let me show his face. There's his tail. The next symptom is dizziness. When I first started getting sick, this was my first symptom. And I'm just going to add this in, I have had POTS symptoms since I was 16, so 2009. And I was diagnosed 12 years after I started having symptoms in 2021. So I've lived with what I've known as POTS for 2 years, and I've lived with POTS for 14. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of start listing symptoms. I did brain fog, dizziness, and everybody describes dizziness different. I am going to say that. Some people describe it as lightheaded, some describe it as heavy-headed. For me, I spin. My entire room spins. Then, nausea. I am almost constantly nauseous. even with the nausea medication. Fatigue. I have no energy, hardly ever. If I have energy like I do right now, I take advantage of it, and I hope I don't end up paying for it later. Excess sweating. Like, I hate this symptom because depending on what you're doing, it's really embarrassing. Like working out, if you're sweating a lot, it's like, oh, okay, she was working out. I can be doing nothing and end up being drenched in sweat. It's not fun. And then some people have the exact opposite where they don't sweat at all. Shaking or tremors. Like, I don't know. Yeah, that is showing up. I'm shaking bad today. I do this all the time. Muscle weakness. My entire body, almost every day, is weak. No matter what, I feel like I have no strength in any part of my body at all. Muscle and joint pain. I did not know this was a symptom of POTS until I was actually looking it up, because I knew I'd had muscle and joint pain, and I knew when I started to notice it, I'm thinking, that can't be a POTS symptom. And sure as hell it is. Fainting. It's not funny, but I faint. Not everybody with POTS faints. I am going to point that out. I actually do. So I'm one of the lucky ones. Blood pooling, which basically means, or basically what it looks like is when you stand up for too long, or sometimes even sitting for too long. When I was really bad sick in 2021, like right before I got my diagnosis, my feet would turn purple if I would stand up for too long. Like maybe 5-10 minutes, my feet would be purple. Sometimes my hands turn purple. And with compression socks, knock on wood, it doesn't happen anymore. Cold hands and feet. Now, most people experience it more in their feet. For me, I experience it more in my hands, but it happens in my feet as well. And it's not all the time, but most of the time my hands and my feet are freezing. Unequal pupils. My pupils, depending on the lighting, are either really dilated or really constricted. And sometimes they're not equal. I can look like I've had a head injury without having a head injury because of my POTS. Headaches. This is one of my newer symptoms, and let me tell you, it sucks, because they're not just like your normal headaches. They freaking hurt, and for me, they last. And hardly anything helps them. So if you have something to help headaches, let me know, because I need it. IBS. Somebody could have warned me about this when I got diagnosed. I think that would have been the nicest thing, because I was not expecting to have days where I basically would not leave the bathroom. Neck pain. Like, I've already talked about muscle and joint pain, but this neck pain is different. It starts in my neck and goes down my shoulders. It's called coat hanger pain. It's not uncommon, but it sucks. Orthostatic intolerance. I can't stand up for long periods of time. Now that I'm being treated and I'm kind of balanced out a little bit, I can stand up for maybe 15 minutes, sometimes longer, without doing counter maneuvers to keep standing. But if I'm not doing anything, I can't just stand still for more than 10-15 minutes. When I was really sick, I couldn't stand for 2 to 5 minutes without ending up on the floor. Exercise intolerance. This one sucked the most. And honestly, it still does, because some days my body just does not want to exercise. And one of the ways that I deal with this is through exercise. And if you have POTS and your doctor hasn't recommended exercise yet, lucky you. Because within 2 visits of me seeing my doctor had recommended me exercise. Swelling. My legs, my ankles, my feet, they swell. It is worse at night. My feet get huge, and it sucks. Even with compression socks, my feet still swell. It has nothing to do with the amount of water I'm drinking or the amount of salt I'm taking in. I can have days where I hardly get any water or any salt at all, and my feet still swell. Chest pain. I hate this one because it comes and goes and you never know what it's actually from. Shortness of breath. And it's not just when I'm doing stuff. I can be randomly sitting at my desk and become short of breath. High heart rate. It's kind of in the name, but it's a symptom and it sucks. For me anyway. I'm one of those people, when I'm laying, I am in the 50s. When I'm sitting, I'm between 60 and 80. When I stand up, I go from 60s to 80s to anywhere between 100 and 180. And I have gotten up higher than that, and it's no fun. High or low blood pressure. For me, I have low blood pressure. When I first got diagnosed, I had high blood pressure. We don't know what happened. Somewhere in my body switched, and it went from having high blood pressure to low blood pressure. My normal used to be 140 over 90, and now my normal is 90 over 50. Anxiety. Amazingly enough, anxiety is a symptom of POTS. And most of the time when we're diagnosed with POTS, if we're misdiagnosed, we're told we just have anxiety. And if you can hear that, Rowdy's trying to get out the window. So, yes, anxiety is a symptom of POTS. As my brain fog has kicked in majorly, and I can't really remember any. I think I got them all. I'm pretty sure I got all mine. I know I got all mine actually, because, yeah. But that's going to be it for this POTS symptom video. And of course, there are more symptoms of POTS. If you have something that I did not mention in this video, let me know down below. And other than that, give this video a thumbs up. Hit the red subscribe button if you have not done so already. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.